Are you ready to embark on the most metal funeral ever seen? Truly befitting the Warhammer 40k setting? This event will grant you not one, but 2 achievements if you meet certain conditions. In this video I'm going to show you the most metal funeral you'll probably ever see, and how to unlock the This is a Job for the Lord Captain and Burn Inheritance achievements. These 2 achievements can be unlocked at the beginning of Chapter 2, just as you disembark at Footfall for the first time, and are tied to the same event. However, you have to make a hard save just before attempting to unlock them, because, as far as I discovered, they are mutually exclusive in the narrative of the event. They are not difficult to obtain, granted that you unlock the secret quest hidden in the furnace for This is a Job for the Lord Captain, and that you are a follower of the iconoclast alignment for Burning Inheritance. Let's talk about how to obtain the This is a Job for the Lord Captain achievement. Description says you stepped willingly into sewage on Footfall, but there's not an entrance to the sewers on Footfall, right? Wrong. There are 2 ways to get in there. One happens later, following Jai's second quest, but that's not the situation that grants you the achievement. The one we want is discovering the secret herald hidden in the furnace, which will grant you access to a couple of secret areas you won't find otherwise. First of all, make a hard save. We'll have to reload the game to unlock the second achievement, Burning Inheritance. Then, we have to approach the funeral on our first visit to Footfall at the beginning of Chapter 2. We need to be incognito, otherwise everybody will know that we are a rogue trader, one of the 3 most prominent figures in the Coronus Expanse, and we can't proceed. To do so, before disembarking on Footfall, you have to tell your crew that you want to go incognito, and not declare to everybody that you are a rogue trader. The game, through dialogue, will literally tell you that in incognito, you have more freedom and can do more. Just beside Hieronymus Doloroso, the priest, and his small congregation on the southwestern corner of the map, you see a small cutscene where a sketchy first mate Dagan will ask you who you are. Here you have to tell him that you are Fidelio, the mysterious guest everybody is looking for. That's why you have to go incognito. Apparently, no one knows who Fidelio is, so join the ceremony and listen to the clerk. You'll be introduced to the old pirate's funeral, and the Underworld quest will update. Then start looking around. For this achievement, we don't have to talk to anybody. Reach the door protected by a trap, examine the door, and a dialogue will trigger.
The Emperor favors me today.
Then listen to the clerk, telling you how he's stripping bodies for their implants before cremating them, and how apparently you are the only reliable person to recover those parts for him. He will give you a sketchy explanation, but you will accept to help him. Congratulations, you have unlocked the Hidden in the Furnace secret quest. Now get into the crematorium. Nothing bad will happen, right? Inside the crematorium, get into the cremating room by stepping over the conveyor belt. This is perfectly safe, don't you think? Notice how they are using a station engine nozzle to burn corpses. It's like using a cruiser propeller to grind meat here, but this is Warhammer 40k, everything is exaggerated. Now check the inconspicuous box in the corner, and it's empty. This is bad. Yep, this is bad. While you're burning, discover the loose floor tile and break it. Jump down for your life. You'll be saved by some vagabonds, one of the few decent people you'll ever encounter. You can thank them, ask them for directions, or even repay them for saving your life if you want. You can be thankful with a rubble after all. Now, you are in the sewers. It's the right place. Follow the directions they gave you, basically wandering around until you find a passage to a warehouse. You'll soon find a place where the dialogue will pop up. Apparently, you can proceed only by submerging the sludge and unlocking a gate. Choose to do so yourself, don't be a prick and send one of your retinue to do it. Enjoy the Easter egg from Lethal Weapon, and with the cutscene, you'll see the achievement unlocked. Congratulations! Going back, you'll end up fighting everybody, so you can do the burning inheritance part. Save and reload. Let's approach the funeral again. This time we're not going to pretend to be Fidelio. We're presenting ourselves as the rogue trader von Valancius. You don't need to have chosen to be incognito for this one. In fact, it's essential they know who you are. Whether envoy or the rogue trader themselves, it's important they know you are a noble, because everyone here is going to ask you to help them. This time we're going to investigate and discover who Fidelio is. Let's start with the dead pirate. Abelard will recognize him from his days in the navy. Apparently, in his late life, the pirate had a change of heart and became a pious man. Can you believe it? Is there a real repentance for a man like him? Check the guest book. Apparently, someone badly scratched the word repentance and signed it as Fid. Of course, this is a pirate funeral, so they're trying to murder each other. It's not just a healthy habit of theirs, there is a more trivial reason. The oldest motive of all, the old pirate was rich. Let's talk with the people present. Casbelardo is the deceased son, an unworthy son. Ask all the questions you need, ending with his request to overrule the legacy and deliver the inheritance to him. Of course, he wants it, the prodigal son. Then talk with the first mate. Ask all the questions. We are the nosy type. It's important to follow the repentance lead when talking to everyone. He was the old pirate's first mate, and guess what? He thinks he deserves the inheritance, and he's going to ask you to do the same. Give everything to him. What did we expect? Now, super important. Talk to the granddaughter. She's hidden behind some crates over there. Ask her everything, and remember to mention repentance. She's going to give you a hint that Abelard will pick up. By chance, she's mentioning a specific ship class, and our old navy officer is going to do the math. I think you can do this even without Abelard in the party. He's just going to give you a hint to help you solve the case here. Now, let's talk to the chaplain. Tell him everything you can, but do not say you're ready to discuss the will. We need him for something. He's going to shed some light on the old pirate and the life he lived. Proceed with discussing with the chaplain your findings. Tell him that repentance might be a ship's name, and his whole cracked brain is going to remember it. Fidelio might be the name of a woman who tried to murder our old pirate a long time ago. We don't know what happened to this woman yet. Then mention the dead eyes, and the chaplain is going to give you a fundamental hint. Dead eyes like the ones of something that's not really alive. At the end, recap everything if you feel the need, and let's go find Fidelio. If you are very observant, you know what common servitors look like this one peeing in the corner here, and there's one that's different, more feminine. Mention the word repentance. The servitor will start to throw a fit. It will become clear that this servitor is property of deceased, and will slowly understand that the old pirate finally found the woman and transformed her into a servitor as punishment. In the end, the old bastard really repented and left all his possessions to her, or it was simply a last bad joke. I think it's the last one. Now, finally, we are the achievement part. I guess this video is also a guide to the funeral quest at this point, so enjoy the freebie. To get this achievement, you need the Iconoclast Follower dialogue option. You'll have it only if you have unlocked, with your actions, the first rank of that alignment. And this will grant you the achievement. Of course, this being Warhammer 40k, if you give the inheritance to the girl, her own father will try to murder her. Fidelio will step in, killing Casbelardo in front of his daughter, and she'll end up needing 100 years of therapy, but in this universe that's unheard of. Even the good ending has a sort of bad taste, but the girl will end up with the chaplain, and you'll gain from that because they're going to share some of their mercantile empire with you. Now enjoy the metal ending. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Please hit that like button and do all the usual YouTube stuff like comment and subscribe, it helps. See you in the next video. Oh, if you want to touch the darkness without sharing Tasha Yar's fate in the next generation, check this one out.